Hello, everybody. I am Sasha. So much. Here, let's bring the computer a little closer, if y'all do not mind. All right. So, you ready for this review? Okay, stop recording. Yeah. This movie, another movie that some people really didn't like, unfortunately. But this movie is Slender Man from 2018. Hold it, okay? Now, Slender Man from 2018. This movie is so a group of girls. They are in high school, and well, they decide to have a good night of their lives or something, and then they hear from a group of friends that they're gonna try to summon Slender Man, and then they decide to do it too. And of course, because of what they did, they brought Slender Man into their world, and now they are in big trouble, and they are going to be taken one by one by this faceless, a faceless entity known as Slender Man. This faceless entity known as Slender Man. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, Slender Man. Was there anything that I liked about this film? Yeah, I actually kind of liked the story a bit. I thought it was a pretty interesting story. The director of this movie is Sylvain White, who I want to say directed The Losers from 2009. Um, I like the cast we were given. I liked actually how creepy this film was, and yeah, the film was kind of creepy. I thought it was really fun to watch. It wasn't really as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, it was kind of bad, but at the same time, it was kind of good, actually, you know? Like, it had its scares, you know? Okay, that was unexpected. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, I will say I like the actors, the cast, I mean. The music was pretty creepy. The movie itself is pretty creepy. It has a creepy story and a creepy idea, of a faceless entity known as Slender Man who apparently takes kids, I should say. Yeah. Was there anything I didn't like about it? Yes, there were things I didn't like. There were times when I didn't like our characters. I did not like the characters at times. It's like, oh my gosh. Like, for instance, there was a part where they were trying to get one girl back because one girl went missing. And unfortunately, they were in the woods to summon Slender Man again so they can say, hey, we're giving you these things, and please give us back our friend, right? But unfortunately, it doesn't work because one of them decides to be a complete moron and decides to, they're not supposed to look. Slender Man was supposed to come to them. But unfortunately, yeah, she looked. This one girl, she looked and she saw Slender Man, screamed and ran off. And then it was all over. She's like, "Oh, I know what happened. We didn't get our friend back." Well, no kidding, you didn't get your friend back, you idiot! Like seriously, you idiot! You're supposed to keep your mouth, your eyes shut. Oh my gosh! Why couldn't Slender Man take her instead? I did not like our characters at times. So, dear Lord, I hate those kind of characters in movies. I hate, hate, hate. Even the Josh Hutcherson, I like his character in Five Nights at Freddy's, but his aunt in the movie, oh my gosh, I hated her. She was that character I wanted to see die. And I'm gonna spoil this. She does die in that film. Yeah. I was not a fan of the characters. I was just waiting for, honestly, I think I was waiting for some of them to just die because they were terrible, terrible, terrible. Like, the the cast was great. I liked the cast, but I didn't like the characters really. That's how I feel about The Wicker Man, with Nicolas Cage. Great cast, but the characters are bad. This film was a good cast, but the characters were just bad, okay? They were kind of bad. I didn't like the characters really. It's like, oh, I know what happened. We didn't get a friend back. No kidding, you didn't get your friend back because you didn't follow the rules. Moron. Straight up moron. Yeah, I hate characters like that. I'm just waiting for them to be taken out by by Slender Man. I'm just waiting for Slender Man to just grab him and go. Like, hey, it's my to-go order. Right? I was not too big of a fan of Slender Man's head in this movie. It looks like a big wooden block or something around his head. Oh, you blockhead. I'm sorry. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of his head. Like, I'd rather his head was just blank and expressionless at times. I'd prefer that. I think that's his original look, is blank and expressionless. Like it's all white. I really do not know why it's not that. Unfortunately, it looks like a big ball of wood for a head. Honestly, that's what it looks like to me. But I don't care. I still liked it. It was pretty cool. But I wasn't a big fan of what his head looked like. I like this cover. It's so cool and creepy. Um, what else did I like about this? Oh, what I didn't like, whatever. I did not like. You know how Slender Man is depicted with tentacles? Well, there was a scene where Slender Man was standing there and he had tentacles. The CGI tentacles. It did not look right. I'm telling you, it didn't look right. So yeah, tentacles. I mean, it was cheesy. It was funny. Yeah, the CGI tentacles, as well as the way his head looks. Our characters, I didn't like too much. I didn't like the characters really. I mean, the only character I like is Joey King's character. Her character. She's the only one who actually knows what she's doing. Everyone else, they're just, I don't know what they're doing. They've got wax in their ears. They're just picking it out with their fingers. They're stuffing their faces with sugar and donuts. They're choosing to sugarcoat things. Like, oh, nothing happened. We're perfectly fine. Slender Man's not here. You summoned Slender Man. Yeah, I was not a fan of the characters. I did not like the characters. No. One thing I was against with this film, the characters. I want to like the characters. Even the bad guy. I think my favorite character here, I mean, I like Joey King's character. I liked her character, but I think my favorite character in here is Slender Man himself. The character Slender Man. Played by Javier Botet in this film, I want to say. Javier Botet, I think, was him. I liked him as Slender Man. I liked him. He was good. He was, like, to me, the best character out of this film was Slender Man. He's the only, to me, he's like the best thing out of this. Best character out of this. All the other characters kind of fell flat. But I did like how creepy it was. Like I said, like it was creepy. Like this one girl was in the library, and then Slender Man is right there following her, and then she eventually does this and that. All this happening, and then she has Slender Man's head for a head. Like, oh, she's running around, not making sounds, not screaming or anything, but you can hear her muffling. Like, it's so creepy. It's like, oh. I actually had a little fun with that. So yeah, I actually did have fun with this film, but I just did not like our characters. It's like our characters, like seriously, you're just gonna walk away as if you didn't do anything. You know what you did, and now you gotta finish it. It's like a game. It's like Jumanji. You start the game, and now you gotta finish. So that's what this is. They started it, and now they have to finish it. Otherwise, they're finished. I'm sorry, everybody. I hate, hate, hate characters like this. Slender Man was the best character in here, in my opinion. Based on a character created by Victor Surge. Thank you very much, Mr. Surge. If you're watching this, thank you very much for creating the character Slender Man. He is one of the scariest characters ever. So keep up the good work. Thank you so much for bringing him to this world. He's the perfect horror character, or one of them anyway. We need more characters like him to, you know, scare the daylights out of people. Just trust me, this movie was creepy, but I didn't really like how the characters were at times. Like, no, 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 uh-uh. But overall, okay, I'm gonna take a deep breath real quick. But overall, it was a fun movie. It did get a review right here: scary, chilling, and thrilling. That's a AV offer from NYC Movie Guru. It's on the top there. There's only one special feature apparently, and it includes behind the scenes with the cast. That's it, basically. So Slender Man, what exactly am I gonna rate this film? Well, the movie was creepy. I hated the characters except Slender Man. I like the cast. I like the music. I was not too big of a fan of Slender Man's head, but I like the character. I was not a fan of his tentacles because they were obviously CGI, and to me, they just didn't seem like they were needed. To me, it probably would have been best if they just had Slender Man standing there, like at a distance, and someone just looks like he's obviously standing there, like, ooh, scary. Which to me, that would have been better. But overall, I did not hate this movie. I really liked it. I liked it. It was not as bad to me as some people say. Like some people say it's horrible, it's terrible. I thought it was really fun. So without further ado, I'm gonna rate this movie 3.5 stars out of 5. But the characters needed work though. So yep, that's what I'm gonna rate. I'm gonna rate it 3.5 stars out of 5. All right, that is my review for Slender Man, the 2018 film. Okay. Even though the cast was really not that, I mean, the characters were really not that great. Yeah. The movie still had its good moments. But overall, if you haven't seen the movie, do check it out if you like. And if you do like what you see, give a like. Oh, wait a minute before I go. I forgot to say, this movie is rated PG-13 for disturbing images, sequences of terror, thematic elements, and language, including some crude sexual references. Yeah, a horror movie with crude sexual references. So basically, they were trying to be funny. So yeah, if you're trying to do that for a horror movie at times, exactly. But it wasn't a terrible film. It was really fun. Canada's 14A for frightening scenes and disturbing content. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, check it out if you like. And if you like what you see, give a like and subscribe down below. Thank you.